Hi there. Oh, Stream Elements. Greetings. Hello. Thank you for showing up, bot. Hi there. How you doing? I am back on Atlas server. I am back with the silly Snapcam eye makeup and you know, head rune. And I'm back on my Infiltrator, whom I respect to what is probably a really stupid spec, just to try it out. Because, I mean, if we got the ability to make instant level 44 realm rank 3s, why not? So, I am on Chelsea, who is stealth there. And she is using... Come on. Let me out the friggin' doors. Come on. There we go. I should check to see how many people are on. 15. This might be a short broadcast. There are no other stealthers out there. Oh, there's 9 people entering. Okay. Wow. This will be really stupidly brief. Let us just sprint our way. Oh, troll. Let us stop sprinting. See who the troll is. Easy reps. I don't think this is going to work at all, mind you. And particularly against the skull. But we'll see. He was ready for me. Yep, toast. But that was fun. Okay. However, this is Atlas. I just burnt Purge for half an hour. Which is, I'm sorry. I'm very impressed with the Atlas people so far, but Purge on a 30-minute timer, beyond frigging stupid. I can see it on a longer timer, no problem. But 30 minutes? That means as a stealther I can fight once every half hour. Because, for instance, on Phoenix, there were no fights where I didn't need Purge. Every single fight. I just don't see the benefit of not having it. I really don't. Okay, like I said, I didn't expect this spec to work, and hey, it didn't work. Not there, anyway. Now, I have got a problem here. I don't think we have that programmed. Backstab 2 gets followed up by Thicon. Right. Notice. So when I go back over to my programming interface here for Infiltrator, 7 and 8. I've now switched my spec here, so that needs to be 0 and 4. 0 and 4. Keyboard function. 0. Go. Oh, actually. Macro. Do I have? I do. Backstab thigh cut. But where are they supposed to be? Seven and 8. The problem, 7 and 8 are already occupied, so I'm going to set them to 0 and 4. Zero. So now that could be removed. Alt save. Okay. This is a refinement process, and it's going to be slow. 2.0 is what? An infiltrator. There was a single 1.0 that didn't work, and she's made new ones. Oh yeah, on. Many of those 9 people entered. There's now 13 people with 7 entered. 1 mid-melee, that's the Scald. No hibs at all. So literally there is 1 mid-melee to fight. The Scald. That's it. This is getting beyond sad, guys. Now there are 7 people coming in. Hopefully they're not all elves. I don't know why, I've said this before, I don't know why there's so few people in North America that like this game. It's all an excellent game, it's really popular in Europe. It seems to live and breathe it in Germany, but France too. And people like it in the UK. So what is it about North America that's forgotten Dark Age of Camelot? Not like, well, maybe it's that people in North America can afford to play games that people elsewhere can't afford to pay for, but I can't. Well, like Europe is poor. Maybe the UK right now, but not Europe. Regardless, it's unfortunate. I mean, that's part of the reason why I have this stream, because I'm game, but now there was an interesting thread somebody had on that I was reading on Reddit, saying that what we really need is okay, I'll backtrack. I have not played on WoW Classic server, but apparently they have seasons there where they wipe out some stuff. You have to start again. And who's that fighting that? Well, a cleric. That's going to be a slow fight, isn't it? As a joke, I've set up a Smite cleric as a character to play too, and I'm going to try that. Wellesley wasn't showing on my I don't think. Oh no, 1 support. And now 3 stealthers with no opponents. There's 2 Midgard melee we can fight, and that's it. Oh, he was Smite too. I like Smite. I mean, I don't think it's particularly effective or anything like that, but I like it. It's fun. There they lie, the enemy. Well, there's one other. That's it. That's the most annoying sort of finger to you in the air. Being able to sit down and heal and then come back. Yep. Easy Rips hits really friggin' hard. I mean, I know I'm a stealther. I shouldn't attack melee, but there isn't really that much choice at the moment. Pick that up there. See what there is. Yeah. So I'm hitting for, minor damage, and he's hitting me for 253 and 106 and 172. That will do it. Okay. No hebs and one mid. Okay, let's try somebody else. Because it's really not fun to be a stealther when there's nobody to fight. Okay, Twitch says there's 5 of you out there. Hello, I can't see you, but that's okay. I don't have to see you. We'll try Yana. We'll be visible. Now I gotta remember to switch my controller around. And my mouse actually has a spec for it. And I don't remember why. 000. Control 0. What did I just fire off? Combine buffs. I don't need Control 0 set. Why don't I have that one? It's not that one. It's this one. Don't know if that does anything extra or not. It does. No idea what. The chart's getting it should give me some more defense. Right. Reaver is one of those classes I'm very likely to play more often. But I think it's one of those classes that you're going to have to play a lot. Oh yeah. got for RAs? Just Ogdex and Quick. Yeah, probably do better than that. There's a Hib Stealther! Yay! Not that I probably won't get trashed by a Hib Stealther too, but you know. Man, he does hit hard. I'm halfway down, but that... What the hell's happened over here? Huh. That did not... That worked suboptimally. But what could we have done there? Not much. I have no particular RAs. What I could have engaged. I don't think that would do bugger all because he's got... There we go. I don't know what they've done with doors, but they're kind of annoying now. Oh, speed. Problem is that everybody seems to love Albion.
Oh, hey Shneya Art, thanks for hitting that follow button.
Schneid is now a
much.
follower.
Hey, cool. How you doing today? I don't see you anywhere. That doesn't mean anything. Schneegard. Okay. I have no idea what that would mean. My atrophied knowledge of German, which was always pretty minimal, makes me think of like snow deer or something. But I think that would be Schnee or something. Anyway, hello. Thank you for the follow. Have some applause. It's not a very good night for RVR, I gotta say. There is hardly anyone on, and most of them are Alps. And the only mid that's on the last time I checked is a really pretty effective Scald. And he's just been trashing people. Good, at least we own the key. Was supposed to be a hib out here somewhere. Doesn't help any when the music in the background makes it sound like an effect is fired off. These on. We have a grand total of 14 people on. 1 hib stealther, 1 mid, 6 people deciding what they're doing, and 5 alps. Not exactly a lot of people to fight. Now, it doesn't help any that people don't group up. And I am guilty of that too. Don't group up so they're not able to take on somebody that otherwise is killing everybody. Easy reps. You're around here somewhere. There he is. Nasty, nasty trollman. I need to get purged just to fight this one guy, which is stupid. Where'd you go, Mr. Troll? Under the bridge? Isn't that kind of like a stereotype? Okay, maybe not. I think he happens to be a good player too, like somebody who's played Skulls a lot. And that's not necessarily good when I haven't played Reaver a lot. It doesn't let me compete on an even field. I think he's been playing the same character a lot, so he's gotten a fair amount of realm points out of it. And he's probably picked good RAs, and I haven't. I'm afraid we're still looking at just one person.
Shania Art said, "Heya."
How you doing? Good, that works there too. I have this whole special routine that pops your name up the first time you chat when you show up in
Doesn't Seals Tews have more people now?
I don't know. I have to check Celestius again. And it may be that everybody's playing on Celestius. Maybe I'll do that next stream. I did test Celestius out with their first I-50 event. I haven't been back there since, to be honest. I have high hopes for Atlas still, but I don't know if they're going to live up to the expectations. There's a lot of people that are counting on Atlas, but I'm not ruling Celestius out. They're going to be up and live soon. I'm going to go pick different RAs in the hopes that I actually do get into a fight at some point. I know how this is going to go. Nope, didn't work. Are you playing on Celestius? Still there? Or are you still there? Okay, RIs. I had no idea what RIs I would want, so I just put them into AUGs, and I think that was not right.
Yeah, I have for the last few days.
Okay, and what sort of population has it had? Now the question here always with this is, whether or not the RA is
About the same
actually-
as Atlas, but most are testing dragon zones and blood token farm, etc.
Okay, sure. Well, it's going to go live, and I know that they're going to want the blood tokens for their own internal currency there. And I'm not sure. Well, I don't know enough about Celestius, although I read a brief of what they want to do. I'm not sure I buy into the design that they've got there, but maybe it'll work. People will vote with their feet, right? And I would expect that Celestius will get a big chunk of people the moment it goes live. The problem with testing is nobody wants to test. Lots of people are lazy. They just want to wait until it's up and running, and then they'll go do it. But I expect that there will be a big bunch of people that jump over there when it goes live on January 8th, I think. And then whenever Atlas comes up, some people go try Atlas and see what they think, and they'll basically comparison shop between the two. I think it's smart of Celestius to be up and running. Does it seem to be stable? Like, is there a lot of restarts and things failing to happen and everything else like that? That's on a 30-minute timer too. And you need first aid level 2.
The servers are very good, I think that's their forte, but more people will want to play Atlas.
Well, there's an awful lot of people in the Atlas Discord, like, signed up for it, right? Just to keep up on the news. I think that Atlas got more promotion than Celestius did, for whatever reason, right? It got the attention of people on Reddit and stuff like that, and a lot of Phoenix players were looking for somewhere to go, and Atlas got their attention. And I don't know if Celestius... I think Celestius came out around the same time that Phoenix went down. I'm sure they were working on it before that, but that's when I first heard about it. And then Phoenix went down, and it was like, where are we going to play? Okay, well, Celestius is going to come up at some point. Atlas is going to come up at some point. I went to Brotherhood Stew and played there, but it doesn't have the numbers either. We'll try it with more pain once.
Yeah, I think Atlas will end up killing Seal's Teus when it comes out.
I don't know. Quite honestly, I don't care as long as we get a good DOC experience, right? I'm server agnostic in that respect. If Live came up with the classic server that's been promised for more than a decade and never showed up, I'd give that a try too and see what it looks like. No problem. I want the game to survive.
The problem is that 30 minutes purge is not a fun server.
No, I think that is a major mistake on their part. I could see it being, say, 15, 10, and 5. If you had multiple levels of it and you spent the points on it. Or 10, 7.5, 5, which is if I'm not mistaken, what I think there was on Phoenix. Maybe there was more than that. I don't know. Maybe it was different numbers. But half an hour is stupid. And it's true of a lot of things here. Like, for the sake of fighting the only mid that's out there, I just got to ignore pain to try that, right? But that's on a half-minute timer. Or a, yeah, half-minute or 30-minute timer, too. That's going to lose a lot of people. And I have to admit,
And now Atlas seems kind of dead since they announced the character wipe.
Oh, did they do that? I didn't know that. I had expected that all along. Yeah, we're at 3 albs, including me. That's the only me.
Yeah, I think the RR5 plus Poeble are really sad.
Well, I'm sorry, but how stupid do you have to be to think that you're going to get a chance to I'm sorry if you were one of them or anybody else that's listening, but it's a test. It's an alpha or a beta, so they can configure everything. Maybe it's based off playing so many other games where they let you keep the characters from beta, but that didn't used to be the way it was. You started from scratch. Everybody started on a level playing field. There was no advantage to going in earlier, except that you got to play the game and you got to learn how the system worked. And I never viewed it any differently. All these characters that I create here, I'm not attached to them.
Yeah, I agree.
They're gonna go. I expected that. If somebody jumped in here and played and had a great time and got realm rank 5, cool. You had a great time and you got realm rank 5, and you could do it again. And you'll know how this particular version of the server works, so you will have, to whatever degree advantage over everybody else. But I think it's foolish to think, oh, well, I was in the beta, I'm going to get to keep my character and I'll be realm rank 5 when everybody else is realm rank 1 and I'll just trash everybody. Well, no, that's probably not how it's going to work, because everybody else would be really, really pissed. So I didn't know they'd done that, so that's good to know. But I'd expected it. I mean, I've expected to lose every character here, right from the start. And I expect that on Celestius too, if the characters that I have there.
12/17 is start of PvE beta and char wipe.
Right. Okay. 12/17. Okay. Sure. That's not that far away. Oh, I want those running. That's good to know too, because I can take just like a phone picture of the spec that I'm using for each of these characters. So when I go to do it again, I can decide whether or not I like that spec. Because I spend an awful lot of time fucking around with trying to find the right spec for characters. Which is really challenging when you don't know how to play the character class. So maybe I won't stream DOC next stream. Maybe I'll do No Man's Sky or something. There's something happening in that game right now that I missed out on before. And I'm gonna go look for the lone head. Probably won't find them, but now 12/17 start a PvE beta and character wipe.
Yeah, I think Seals 2's beta PvP may pick up soon once people feel good about their items.
Was that a problem? I hate to say it, but I haven't been following all the servers there. I've just been trying them out at various points and seeing what I think for myself. But I pick up a lot of news from people that are watching. For instance, your good self. Because I do other stuff. you know, there's that whole work thing, but I don't really
I think
count
they
that.
want to farm blood tokens to buy their 3 arties and their champion quests / Toa ring, etc.
Right. Is Celestius going to wipe before it goes live?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course.
Same boat. So farming it now is how to farm it, and they'll figure that out, but it's not going to get them any advantage when it goes live.
It's really easy.
Yeah? I heard that it wasn't hard. Have you seen this other server announcement for a server called
Can do
Era?
15-20k blood tokens / hour.
Okay.
No, I have not.
Okay. ERA, I don't know if it stands for something or if it's just Era and they capitalized the whole thing, who knows. Sounds very much like sort of a mid-ground between Celestius and Atlas. It's got no publicity at all, so it'll probably have no people at all, but, you know, maybe I'm wrong. One thing they are going to have is an object that you get when you create a character that if you keep it in your inventory, you level fast. If you take it out of your inventory and put it in your character vault, you level slow. So people that enjoy the PvE experience and only want a PvE can take their time getting there and not rush stuff, and the people that really want to RBR and don't give a crap about PvE can just leave this object in there and get to 50 in, you know, I think 10 hours or 13 hours or something like that.
That's
like
interesting.
It is interesting.
I'm just worried about splitting the population up so much.
Absolutely, that's my number one concern. We're going to have 2, maybe 3, who knows, maybe 4 private shards, and it takes a certain amount of people playing this game on the same server for it to really gel and make RVR work. Anything, I don't know what that number is, but anything below that number, people log in, go, oh, there's nobody on and I can't find a fight, and they log off again and go play something else. And I am worried that they're going to have the experience I have here, which is I've had maybe 3 or 4 fights against the same guy who's trashed me because he's the only mid on, and then I can't find anybody, right? And there's no point to that.
I think the people who enjoy taking keeps etc. will not have fun on Seals Teus.
No, why not?
And that's the general population, so it will hurt the action.
Okay, I play this game solo because I'm streaming, and I figure I'm like the worst groupmate anybody
When
would
you
ever
take
have.
relics, all of the keeps go back to original realm.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, that might piss people off. I can see that. Well, I could see them taking all the keeps and then just not taking the relic, which is kind of counterproductive too.
And it gives RP buff for 2 hours and some blood tokens, but that's it.
Yeah, well, the quality of life
No realm
stuff.
pride, really.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, you know, that would be the best thing, in my opinion, just my opinion, and maybe some of the people that played a long time ago, would be for one of these servers to set up 3 boxes, each running the server, and that's a lot to ask, I know. And when you log into server A as a Midgard person, you are a Midgard person on that server, and that's it. Pick your realm. Because that's the way it was originally. Now, admittedly, there was like
there's no
22
realm
servers.
timer.
See, with no realm timer, we go in, we zerg some keeps, and then everybody logs off and comes back on the other side and goes and retakes those keeps, and everybody gets points for taking keeps. And it's kind of cheesy. I liked it when I played Midgard Percival, and that's the only thing on Percival I could play unless I closed down that account, unsubbed it, bought another copy of the game, and subbed that. And then I could play on Albion. And I did that for a little bit there. I played Midgard Percival almost entirely, but I had friends playing on Albion, so I went and tried Albion, and I didn't like it, so I gave up. Oh look, there is the enemy. Is there more than one? Solo mid. There's now a Heb melee and 2 stealthers. That's good. And there's only 3 elves. It's really pretty quiet. I've lost to that guy multiple times. I mean,
Rick Note said, low server tonight.
Oh, totally. Totally. Hello, Rick Note. Yeah, so he's gonna run around because I'm not fighting him because I'm busy talking to you guys. It's a big worry. Schneegart was just saying there that the population is going to get split between the servers that are coming up. Celestius is going to be up on January 8th. This server is apparently having a wipe and doing its PvE test on the 17th, which is, 5 days from now. That's probably why it's low numbers, because everybody's like, well, I'm going to lose my characters anyway. And I think an awful lot of people are focused on the goal of getting the better character, not the fun of doing the process, which I prefer. That's why I play so many characters, right? I like to try stuff different ways and things. But it does mean that there's not that many people here for whatever reason. Again, did that shut them off? I think it does. Oh, maybe it does. Nope, it doesn't. Huh. So yeah, very low population right now. I have an inherent bias in that when I joined Phoenix, I thought they had done everything right. There wasn't anything I came across on Phoenix that I thought was badly executed. The quality of life improvements were good. It had population. It was fun to solo most of the time, even though I'm playing in the off hours for a mostly European population. It was still fun. I tried classes I hadn't tried before, and I had a lot of fun doing it. And Phoenix was pretty much perfect. When people go to make their own shard, they have to have their own style. They got to do their own thing that's different. There's going to be stuff they didn't like about Phoenix that probably I never encountered that they want to implement. Or they have a whole different vision of the game and they want to implement that, like Celestius. Every server I try here, I'm mentally comparing to Phoenix and saying, I liked it better on Phoenix, or, oh, that's interesting, that's actually something I wish I'd seen on Phoenix. There aren't too many of those, because they're still working on these things. But, I think it's a bit of a problem when to an awful lot of people, Phoenix was awesome. They really liked it. So they're expecting the same level of performance and features and population and everything from Atlas, and they might get it. That would be awesome if they do. But Atlas has done some weird crap. The 30-minute timers on RAs are just rude. Like that one mid that's running around, the only mid that's logged in right now, is a Scald. And he's actually a pretty good Scald player, I think. And he's picked the right things and he's played it a lot. So he just kicks me all over the battlefield, no matter what character I'm playing. which is fine. That's in part because he's good, and he spent the time doing it. He's probably bought the right RAs, and he knows how to play. And I haven't. That's fair enough. I'm actually happy if I do reasonably well in a fight, even if I lose. But people that played Phoenix are going to remember the full bouquet of roses that they got there, all the things that they like. The people starting up Atlas are like the people starting up Utgard or Phoenix when it first started. They don't have all the quality of life stuff yet. They haven't implemented it all yet. They may not implement all of it yet, but people are going to remember the best last state of Phoenix and treat Atlas like it should start at that state. And I mean, each of these things has to take some time. Utgard apparently got greatly improved, but by that point, nobody cared, right? They'd already blown their reputation with people. So, what do you do? Oh, I got another person. We have 5 people entering. That's good. At one point here, there was 5 albs on, 1 mid, and no hips. So, at least people are coming back as Midgard and Hibernia to play. That means there's people I can fight against, for instance. Should be 1 mid stealther out there. Maybe I'll trying to find one of them.
Shneya Art said, yeah, population is picking back up.
Well, it all depends on the time in Europe at the moment, basically. So it seems to me. This game is very, very popular in Europe. It's not so popular in North America. But even then, for Thidranki, 15 people or 14 people isn't really enough. Be checking every once in a while that I'm not about to get scalded up the butt there. I was on earlier as my Infiltrator to see if the spec that I gave her, which is a stupid spec, was any good, but the only person I could fight was the Troll Scald there. Not so useful. He just trashed me, and I'm sure it's a stupid spec. Problem is, I think I like Infiltrator at level 50, but not before. There's a Scald. Not whom I want to fight, mind you. We're gonna go check the Hib Bridge first. On the plus side, I finally tried Reaver, and I like Reaver. I still have a lot to learn, but I like Reaver. Tons to learn. Not a Hib to be seen.
Yeah, Reaver is very good. Definitely top 3 1v1 class.
Yeah? You played one? Don't be too embarrassed if you see me in a fight. What is he doing?
Haha.
Seriously, I'm not necessarily a good player, I'm just an enthusiastic one. When I started streaming, I was streaming No Man's Sky, because that's the game I was playing at the time, and a friend of mine was streaming it. He said, oh, you should try Twitch, it's fun. And it is. Then I thought, well, no, I should stream games I really liked earlier, years ago, like Dark Age Camelot or something. And so I was streaming on live, and it wasn't that good, to be honest. I had a lot of people show up and say, oh, you should come to Phoenix, it's brilliant. So I rolled for Phoenix, and yeah, it was good. Then I tried classes I hadn't tried before, like Champion, and I really liked Champ. And Necromancer I kinda liked. I liked it at the time. And a few other classes that I hadn't played before. Ranger, for instance. And I always meant to try Reaver and never got around to it. And so now I know that whenever one of these servers goes live and I'm going to try playing something, Reaver is going to be on the list because I quite like it. And because I tend to play solo, because as I said, I'm probably the world's worst group mate because I'm streaming and I might just stop whatever I'm doing and, you know, chat. And that's not a desirable ability or tendency when you're grouped up with somebody and say, you know, the healer decides to just stop and go make some more coffee, talk to people. Not a good thing. Oh, here we go. Death by troll. He's gonna kill me with one blow. Yep. Yep. Same old, same old. However, he seems like a nice person. He's not being rude. I don't know if you would agree, but to me, Reaver seems like it's a class built to hunt stealthers, right? To make it dangerous to be a stealther. And if played well, it probably is dangerous to be a stealther. I don't know if it's actually a class meant to take on like heavy melee. I need potions, which I can never remember which merchant they come from here. This one. That's going to reduce that probably. We need to regen. Bye. Is there anything more useless than telling me I must wait 0 seconds? Right. Okay. Okay, let me take a look at my controller. I need to practice that one, don't I? Slamming an indigo snake. That is Alt 8. Keyboard function. Alt 8. Save. I'm using this left-handed controller, which I absolutely love. But it does take some getting used to. So you're on the right. The code is up with the code for doors, but not working too well.
But a 50 Reaver spamming Leviathan is a whole different beast compared to a 44 Reaver.
I'm sure. I'm sure. We had this, I would love to see this with Reavers. We had this event on Midgard.
But Indigo Snake is quite good.
Called Hammer Time. when this is with Old Frontiers, when everybody on the server basically went and rolled a Thane and got the Thane to the level where you got the first AoE attack, and then we ran
Able
out.
to turn down music or turn up your mic?
Well,
Hard
I
to
can
hear.
turn down the music, sure. Oh, and that might turn the mic up. So we basically had, I don't know, 200 or 300 Thanes run across the border into Emain Macha at like level 7 or 8 or whatever it is, and 12, I don't know, and die in droves. But we took the keep in Emain with all these Thanes, so it was nothing but hammers and everything. It was hilarious. I would love to see a massive army of Reavers with some speed sweeping across the countryside. The funny thing is, I think I often...
RR5 plus TWF was quite the bomb back in the day.
I'm sure. Again, oh, there's 15 people online now, but 5 of them are still loading, so 2 mids, 3 hibs, and 3 elves. Disappointing. Oh. Same guy, same story. You can farm me, go ahead. Yep, I'm at half health there.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. There is room for improvement. I have no idea what realm rank he is. I have seen the same guy playing a Shadow Blade and a Thane, I think, and then this Scald. And
Flamen Vactin is 3, I believe.
Okay, well then we're all that. So he hasn't got that many points. Because this automatically boosts you to 3L0, right?
He seemed really good, that was crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Big Points said, that's what you get with a 30 minutes purge.
Yep, sure, it is. Now, to be fair, the strength
Art said, yep,
of Scald is that instant stun, right? Or any other class that has that. That's what makes
Mez,
them... Yeah, Mez, yeah, sure. If Purge is on a shorter timer, then that weakens that whole class, because that is their strength. We can stop you, we can slow you, depending on what spec they are, and they've got insta attacks, so they can do lots of damage and can't be interrupted that way. But after that, that's it. So a 30-minute timer on Purge makes Scald a particularly powerful class. If it was on a, 3-minute timer, not so much. On Phoenix, as my Infiltrator, I absolutely felt like I had to have Purge up in every single fight. And as a result, you had people loading their Shadow Blade and Nightshade up with like lots and lots of weapons and swapping them out so that they could apply tons and tons of poisons, because the first ones would be purged at some point.
Very true.
That was
They
stupid.
also can't really purge your slam though either, which is very powerful for Reaver.
Yes, and I should have gotten that off sooner, and, well, mea culpa, I did not. Maybe I'll be silly and go try this on a beetle. Is it this dude? Yes. Buffs. Bye. Let me out. Over there by that ruin, I think. See if I can get there without getting trashed by somebody else. But yeah. Like I said, I mean, this is the first Reaver I've ever played. It's the second night I've played one. And obviously it can be an effective class if you know what you're doing, but I don't know what I'm doing necessarily yet. AOE. Why is that not doing it?
What the heck?
I think we're totally lagged here. As far as I know, I don't get a pet. He's not fighting me. Yep. This is interesting.
Big Points said, switch to Minstrel.
I appear to be some sort of hybrid here. He's just not doing anything. What I wanted to do was practice slamming and swinging around to use the Indigo Snake. But I can't slam. I can't attack.
Shania Art said, the game won't let you though, LOL.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh well, I have a pet beetle. Let's see if he can keep up with me when I sprint. There we go. Maybe you can't fight near that thing. Slam. Move to the side. Oh, it's got all sorts of weird crap happening there.
Big Points said, maybe a no-fight zone for charm class practice.
Could be. That was really weird. I can successfully beat a beetle. It only took a few minutes to figure out that I can't hit him in there, which is weird because a couple of nights ago I found somebody fighting in there. There was a minstrel who I guess aggroed a beetle and couldn't charm it or something. I don't know. But she was busy fighting it, and I came in on my Shadow Blade and killed her. That was like a week ago. So, it's very odd.
Shneya Art said, yeah, Atlas seems kind of buggy, now here near as bad as Brotherlands though.
Brotherlands was weird. Sometimes stuff worked really well, and sometimes really not very well at all. Okay. We'll run out of the safe zone. Nope. We're still in it.
Wesley987 said, good day sir.
Hello to you. How are you? We're discovering weirdness on Atlas.
Good. Atlas is live.
No, Atlas is not live. Atlas is in beta testing level 44 of stuff. I'm just trying to figure this out. Well, I can get a few hits off that.
Shneya Art said, how far do you think till Atlas launch at that font guy?
It would be pure guess. I think that the fact that Celestius is going to be live as of January 8th.
Wesley987 said, 3 to 4 months at earlier I would guess.
I think they're going to push it more than that. I think that Celestius is going to go live in January on January 8th. People are going to flood there to whatever degree and play there, and the people on Atlas are going to be worried about losing all the people to people playing on Celestius because they got characters established there, so they're going to push their date. I hope they don't push it before it's ready, because that will be just as bad. But yeah, I would think they seem to be doing a very thorough job of testing, and there seems to be a lot to fix. So I would think that it's going to be a while. And yeah, at least 2 months wouldn't be, maybe 3 months wouldn't be at all unreasonable. Which is unfortunate because
Shneya Art said, definitely gonna have to play some Celestis then.
I will try it. Yeah, for sure. I will. Like I said, I want to remain server agnostic and see how they go and play each of them in turn, more or less. I had high hopes for Atlas and still do, but the people doing Celestius seem to be getting somewhere.
Dungeons don't have any moves in them.
Mobs. Yeah.
Mobs.
Oh, that's funny. When you put an asterisk before it there, it really emphasizes the speech. That's funny. Mobs. I haven't seen that before. That's funny. I added that speech thing in there
Mobs,
because...
LOL.
Yes. I don't know if it'll do it for me. No. I don't count. I'm just a streamer. Oh, I may be badly spec'd too. I'm currently at 27 plus 11 flex, 42 6 plus 6 shield, and 42 plus 10 soul rending. I don't have anything in crush, slash, or thrust. Do you know, Schneegard, if I need to have something spec'd in there to improve my damage? Maybe my damage is just not doing that well because I am badly spec'd. I thought with Albion that when you had a specialized weapon like that, like Armsman's polearm, that you also had to specialize in the attack type.
You do not need any base WPN spec.
Oh, okay. Good. Good. Then I haven't buggered that up.
For flex damage.
Right. But this is a flexible weapon with slash damage. That's what had me wondering about it. Oh, same guy again.
I think lowering shield and more soul rending would get you more damage, but slam is very good.
No, I think slam is going to be necessary. I want to do the slam and indigo snaking and see what benefit I can get out of it, because doing spirit damage and getting healed for it could be a real lifesaver, particularly against this creature.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah. I have done very badly against him and done okay against him a couple of times. I have never beat him. Now, that's undoubtedly because I don't know what I'm doing, and possibly because I don't have good equipment and I'm not spec'd right, and he is and does. My slash resist, for instance, is only 16, thrust 11, crush 19. I think he's using a two-handed cleaver, so slash. I don't have very much of any other resists there. If he's just going to stand there, I'll go look for somebody else. I was waiting for him to come to me. He's obviously doing the same thing too, but he's probably looking for somebody else to fight because he's fought me a lot and beat me a lot, and that's got to get boring, right? You want to get interesting fights in. How many people on do we have now? We're back down to 12. 1 Hib stealther, 1 Hib support. I am the only... No, okay. He's the only mid on at all.
You haven't seen that HIB steal there at all.
Nope. Nope, haven't. Now, it could easily be that they show
Big
up...
Point said, I'm guessing he uses the Mez, side attack, double DD combo on everyone.
Oh, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. He was mezzing me. He would then go and this is really irritating. Really, giving you the finger. Go and sit down and heal. And then stand up, side attack and double DD and with a two-handed cleaver. I mean, it's good gameplay. It worked. Worked every time. And I'm sure he's got it down pat. But there's not much I can do about it. Right now I have Ignore Pain because I thought I would try that, but I haven't had a chance to use it because I keep getting killed or stunned before I can use it. I did try taking him on as my Infiltrator, but she's not good enough yet either. I suppose I should go through the gear that I picked up from a few fights here and see if any of it's better than what I'm using. That's crush damage.
He double DD mezzied. Then waits for double DD to come back up.
Yep, sure. Yep, I'm sure. So he's getting 4 direct damage instas off there with a mez in between, healing himself up, and then using his side attack with a two-handed cleaver to do whack loads of damage. That's all smart, isn't it? It's all very irritating, mind you, but it is smart. Okay, so if that is a 14.9 3.4, and this is a 15.3 3.3, this should be faster, and it is just a different damage type. But it's flexible, so I could use it anyway. So why not be faster? I don't know if that should up the DPS.
Shneya Art said, yeah, the fastest possible WPN is what you want for sure.
Yeah, that's what I would have thought. Okay. Neck I have at the moment is probably crap. Well, it's not bad. Slash 3%. That's nice because I don't have much slash to begin with. Oh, sorry, this. This is higher utility, but I'm looking at 16 slash, and I will go down to 13 slash if I swap this. Pretty sure, yep. Different choker. Doesn't matter. Do pluses to soul rending.
What artifacts would you like to use on Seal's Tews?
To be honest, I have no idea. It's been so long and I never spent enough time in TOA. I would have no idea. From what I understand, they're not that hard to get, right? And we don't have to do the leveling up the same way.
$2K tokens, and yeah, it's already LVL10.
Right, okay. I actually didn't mind leveling up the artifacts. I used to go to those task dungeons and just camp those.
Shades of Mist you'll want on your type of characters, I think.
Yes, Shades of Mist sounds familiar. I can't remember what it does, but yes. Honestly, I played for the first 5 or 6 years, and I didn't like TOA for the most part. I hated the actual trials. Back when they were really, fairly challenging. Nobody solved all of the wrinkles for how to do them, and they required a big crowd of people, and you couldn't rely on the big crowd of people.
Yeah, thank God you don't have to do any of that.
Or scroll farming, yes.
Or scroll farming.
Trials of Atlantis offered some neat places to go and some different mobs to fight, and that's cool. But otherwise, I don't think it was that well conceived. It had tons of content, but the content was often rather annoying, and it lengthened the grind. And the big
It could have been such a good expansion for the time, but it was too grindy.
Yes, absolutely. Also, when they were building it and they announced it, they said, and this was a key point I remember, it will not significantly affect RVR. This is going to be a PvE expansion that will not significantly affect RVR. So if you're mostly an RVR person, you don't need to worry about it. It won't make any difference.
LOL, yeah, they were smoking something I want.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, I don't know what happened between that announcement and the reality, but the person who made the announcement was probably somebody in support who wanted to quench the fires, who hadn't talked to the people in development or was told to lie. Because, yeah, the first thing that happened is it came out and a whole horde of thousands of people that loved PvP/RVR and just wanted to do that.
Spaceship Zephyr,
were
Banelord interrupts,
forced
Speed
to
Warp,
go in PvE.
game-changing RVR implications.
Yeah, totally. These people were suddenly forced to go and PvE, And that had a lot of people just say screw it and quit. So every one of these servers I've seen has had a different way of avoiding all that annoyance and pain.
Came around that year.
Yeah, and I played WoW in beta and for the first month, I think, and decided I didn't like it. It was a little too... It held your hand a little bit too much. It was a little button mashy more than requiring... Like, this game requires the right thing at the right time, followed up by the right thing, followed up by the right thing in some cases. And therefore, it takes some skill to do stuff.
Yeah, I have
and
only ever liked Deok.
I don't think WoW had that. I know that people loved the game, and I'm sure that it turned out to be a load of fun to play because millions of people played it. But to me, it felt like I'd played this, and then here was this thing with very sort of cartoony graphics and more button mashy than anything else. And of course, it didn't have the same sort of RVR, right? That really weakened my interest in it when I discovered, oh, if you want a PvP, you go into a little battleground with 30 people on a side and fight it out there. And I mean, that's probably fun. I never tried it. Well, I tried it once or twice, I think. But it just wasn't the same thing. Tastes. I played this first. The games that I like the best, and I've streamed all of these, this more than anything else, are Dark Age of Camelot, Star Wars Galaxies, because I absolutely love the player economy in that, and City of Heroes, City of Villains, because although it's not PvP, it's got the best group dynamic when you're grouped up with a group of people fighting the NPC mobs and stuff like that. And some of the mobs are really hard, really tricksy. It's got the best dynamics for that, and I would love a game that combined all three of those things. So we have 11 people. One Hib Stealther sitting somewhere. 2 Alb Melee, I don't know who the other one is. And no other Alps, there's only 2 Alps. 1 Mid, the Mid is over there. And 2 Hibs, 1 Support and 1 Stealther. And that's it. Really, that's 1, 2, 3 people I can fight, potentially, and I can't find one of them. So, I don't know.
That is Lame.
It is. Okay, good point. Big points. You make some big points. Okay. More about cooldown management. See, I don't remember the game that well, so okay, sure. I like the combos and positionals thing, although I'm not that good at it. I still like it as an idea. I think that one of the major advantages to Midgard over Albion and Hibernia, it seems to me, is that their combinations on various weapon lines are actually better than the ones here. And that's a subtlety I think I'd missed before. I just assumed they were all like Midgard and there was good ones. And that was it, right? You just had to be at the right level and using the right style as in any time and you're good.
Really, really old.
Yeah. Yeah, this is probably way back before they made any changes. And that's okay, but I don't like them all that much. Like, I don't think I've seen any.
This is like 2002 styles LOL.
Right. Okay. Why, look, it's another Alb. My God. They're just class. Oh, I can't select him and point. The thing is, by picking styles that are 2002 or whatever it may be, they're probably the 2001 styles, to be honest, that the game came out with. At least they've got room for improvement and changes, but they're just going to annoy people when they do that. When Phoenix tried making changes to things, people were up in arms and practically grabbing, literal pitchforks. So, I don't know. I find that there's, to me, it seems like there's
crazy.
Too many styles that are like 4 in a chain. And realistically, you're probably never going to land those, right? There's enough misses and interrupts and everything else that they don't get used. Well, if they don't get used, then they don't need to be there. I think Spawner might have thought I was going to come. Is he going to take on two of us?
Midgard has the big plus of 1H and 2H styles together, so you can swap shield when needed.
Yep. Yes. Except for a profound lack of endurance because my buffs fell. And here we go. However, I will say, that came closer. That was really close. And this is the thing, because I started playing Midgard.
Shneya Art said, "Where did that theurgist go, LOL?"
She got tired and had to have a nap. She got one-shotted, I think. Without doing the theurgist part, it looked like to me. I mean, I expected a wall of pets. There was something missing. Maybe I just missed it. I started playing Midgard. To me, in the back of my mind, Midgard is the standard for the way things should work. And then the other realms do it differently. I know it's not the way it was written. Albion was the first realm created, and Hib was the last realm created. And Midgard was created as the bad guys to fight the elves. And I'm sure that's the way it went down. We're going to have some tough people for them to fight. So I look at Hibernian classes and go, well, that's not the way Midgard did it, but I'll have to remember that the Hibs do it this way. But Midgard is still a standard for me. And when I play an Alb class, it's like, well, how come clerics can't do this? Healers can. Well, they're not the same class, obviously. They have other abilities. But my brain has to translate all that stuff, and it's like Midgard is the standard. And stuff like that, the ability to switch from one-handed to two-handed and do stuff like, Shadowblade, two-handed PA with an axe or something like that. Cool. That's the way it should be. And then you go to Albion and no, you want to use a two-handed weapon, you got to learn the two-handed styles, and your class can't, so you can't do that. That's just weird. And it seems wrong in my head, and I have to adapt to that. And it's been a fun process trying to see the game from 3 different perspectives of the way things work. But I think I still overall prefer Midgard. Midgard is like home to me. When I came to Phoenix, I decided I would play on the Hib side because I've always played Midgard. I should try it on the Hib side and just see what it's like. And actually, it was pretty good. It was cool. I tried Champion and loved Champion. That was cool. then I thought, well, you know, I do have some mid characters. I do have these hibs that I'm quite liking. I really should roll an alb. And I can't think of any alb classes I like. And that's how I ended up with Infiltrator. Because as a person playing Shadowblade, I was always jealous of Infiltrators because, you know, they have all the points in the known universe. And that actually proved to be a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun on my Infiltrator. So when I go play on Celestius or Atlas, I'm more likely to play characters in each realm. Because my overall purpose for this channel is to promote these games, in this game in particular, by showing everything from different points of view and from trying different classes and things like that. The problem is I'm not very good at any of them, unfortunately. And then, of course, you know, I've lost a few hairs and they've gone a little white, and my reaction time probably isn't as good as it was when I started playing the game. And it was never as good as somebody who's been, you know, playing games on the PS4 since they were 18 and has lightning reflexes.
Jack of all classes, master of none.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Jack of all classes, master of none. Yes. Yes. Definitely. I should make that up as a little pull quote. Put it on screen. I think I'm going to stop. There just isn't very many people to fight. I fought the same troll about 10 times on 2 different classes, and it did not work. I did try and set up another class, but then I was trying to run the macro on it, and the macro absolutely crashed everything. It seriously did not work. So I've played 2 of the classes I was going to play. I don't think I'm going to try the Smite Cleric. There's nobody to fight other than the one troll, and I don't think that's going to work very well. I want to practice with that. I'll go beat a few beetles or something some other time. So I think it's going to be a shorter stream. I got to work tomorrow anyway. I will be back on Tuesday, maybe on Celestius, at the suggestion of Schneegard here, because I haven't been there since the first I-50, and I should check it out and see what I think too. So I'm sorry to end earlier than normal, but thank you very much for coming by. And I think it was Schneegard who followed me, so thank you very much for the follow. Greatly appreciated. I broadcast Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, mostly Dark Age of Camelot.
said, hope to see you on Seals Tews on Tuesday.
Yeah, hopefully. I'll try and get that all set up. I make no promises, but I'll try and get that all set up. So, have a good night, folks. And I'm sorry it's a little shorter than normal, but there's not as many people on. So not as many people to fight, and it's really kind of getting down. Have a good night.